Hey everybody, welcome. It's Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy. As always, very warm welcome to the video. Good to have you along. If you're new to the channel and you haven't watched any of my videos before, maybe you could do me a big favor and click on that subscribe button. That would be great. It's going to help me grow the channel. So, still in lockdown here in the UK. Today is the 1st of March. Is that the first day of spring? Don't think it is actually. Anyway, spring is in the air, as they say. I'll be reopening the Golf Academy on the 12th of April, so still got 6 weeks to go. So I'm popping backwards and forwards and just trying to do a few YouTube videos and get things ready for when I reopen. I think one of the problems of lockdown is, you know, we've all got too much time on our hands, and in the evening I sometimes sit down and have a couple of beers and go on eBay. And sometimes I get a little bit brave on the old buy it now button. I've been after a set of these irons for years. I'm going to show you what I've bought. They are considered by a lot of aficionados of muscle backs and blades as one of the finest muscle back bladed irons that this company ever made, and certainly have a reputation. So I bought a set. I've been after a set for a couple of months now, but they're very expensive to buy secondhand, and a lot of the time you have to buy them from Japan, and then they have to be imported into the UK, where you pay import duty, which is, I don't know, around about 30% of the value you've got to pay on top of that, and all sorts of carriage charges. So it just becomes price prohibitive to really buy them from Japan. So I've been keeping an eye on a UK seller who's going to sell a set of these, and one came up just out of the blue. I saw it one night and I thought, I've got to have them. So without further ado, let's show you what I've bought. So here we are. This is what I bought. These are a set of Mizuno TN87 irons. Now, some of you may have heard of them. Some of you may be thinking, no idea what he's talking about here. But the Mizuno TN87 irons, as the name implies, were first produced in 1987. They actually went on sale between 1986 and 1988. And the story behind these irons, don't worry about the grips too much. They were designed and had the molds were actually created by a gentleman called Tomi Nakajima. Now, Tomi Nakajima, in 1987, in the mid-80s, was one of the best players on the Japanese tour. Well, he was the #1 player on the Japanese tour. When these irons were launched in 1986 to 1988, people were going nuts for these clubs. These are the classic muscle back. They've got this copper underlay, and then they've got the chrome plating on top of these. Absolutely classic design. I've picked these up 3 to pitching wedge. We'll put the specs up here somewhere, and as you can see, we are talking about sort of true lofts that we don't get. Well, we still get them in blades these days. 35 degrees on the 7 iron, 48 degrees on the pitching wedge, and they just look beautiful. These have come through with precision, which are made by Brunswick Golf back then. 6.5 shafts, which are stiff. I mean, almost bordering towards extra stiff is 6.5. And as you can see from the videos that I've just put up, they do need a little bit of work on them. They certainly need a new set of grips on them, which is not a problem. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to repolish the heads. I'll refinish them, I'll repaint the numbers, and I think I'm going to get these things looking absolutely fantastic. What am I going to do with them after that? I don't know. I might use them for a couple of games of golf, and I'll probably sell them because, you know, they are rare. You don't get too many sets of these coming up in the UK at a decent price. What else can I tell you about them? Yeah, Tomi Nakajima, what a golfer he was. Really was fantastic. Later on, these irons, this shape of irons in the US became the MP29. And then in Europe, in the UK, they became the TP2000s. Then back in about 2014, they decided that they were going to re-release the TN87 again, but very limited amounts. You had to buy them, I think from memory, it was like 3 gap wedge and sand wedge, You couldn't get them custom fitted. They just came in with S200 dynamic gold shafts. And from memory, I made some notes here, about 4,000 US dollars a set is what you were paying for them. So be really interested to see if there's any golfers out there watching them who have got either a set of the original TN87s or bought the re-release set. They are beautiful. If you're into blades, then these are some of the ultimate blades to own. So really pleased that I was able to pick a set up. I think what we'll do is we'll get over in the hitting area, take a 7-iron, hit a few balls and see how they feel. Let's go. Everybody, time to try this beautiful TN87 iron. I've got the 7-iron, 35 degrees of loft, 8 degrees weaker than one of them super cranked irons of the modern era, or 5 degrees weaker than the average 7-iron these days for a cavity back. Standard length, standard lie. I've gone to Abu Dhabi this morning, which I bet is a bit warmer than where I am at the moment. 4 degrees in Tring today, probably about 40 degrees in Abu Dhabi. I've got some Bridgestone balls on the deck. I'm hitting to the 18th green. This green plays a little bit uphill. Let's hit a couple. Oh, that felt pretty good for the first shot coming off the club face. The one thing an iron like this will tell you immediately is where you're hitting the ball on the face. The feedback through this club is sensational. You know, there's this whole argument about will blades make you a better ball striker and all the rest of it. And I don't know. I can see the pros and the cons of that. I think to enjoy an iron like this and get the most out of it, certainly as you get into the longer irons, you've got to be a reasonably good ball striker, else it's going to beat you up a little bit if you don't quite find the middle of the club. And there'll be people who disagree with that and say, oh no, you're wrong. Then, you know, I'm happy to discuss this issue. It's just, I suppose, do you want to make the game a little bit more easier, a bit more difficult? Certainly the 3-iron in this set, I had a look at it earlier and it scared me to death. Oh man, now that was, I wish I could convey the feeling off that club face. It was almost like the ball wasn't there for a while. It sort of disappeared off the face. Let's bring up the data on that. I just felt, and I've said in videos before, I struggle to feel the difference between a forged club and a cast club. There's no doubt about it with this club. It does feel, I'm going to only say this once, buttery soft. Yep, there you go. I've said it. The ball then just melted off the club face. Should we see the data? Swung it at 86 miles an hour. I got a ball speed of 111. I got a carry distance of 155. The strike location was bang in the middle of the club. Spun it at 5,000. Launching at 21 degrees. I expected a little bit more backspin than that, but there's plenty there to stop the ball. Absolutely brilliant. Really enjoying these clubs. Let's hit another one. Yeah, you look down at them and it's just lovely. Again, another good strike. Just pushed it out to the right a little bit, but bang out the middle. Yardages here, I think you'll find are pretty consistent. Yeah, another one popping in there at 150 carry. So I've gone like 153, 155, 150 carry there. And I think this is why a lot of the pros still like to use the bladed iron, because of the consistency that they're going to get on their yardages. So there we go. What am I going to do with this set of clubs? I'm going to spend some time, refurbish them, repolish them. They need a new set of grips on here, and then after that I don't know what I'll do with them. I might play with them or I might sell them. Anyone who's interested in buying them can contact me through my website. Just Google Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy and you'll find me if you want to have a private conversation about them. So that's it. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to spend a little bit of time refurbishing these irons, and I'll take you through that process when we get round to it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.